Libra. So, what message I got was odd to me. It said that somebody is watching you, and I was like, what? Who's watching Libra? And the answer is parts of yourself are watching you. There are so many parts of yourself that have come online. They've come online to watch you because they're waiting for your direction. Libra, January is a big month. I feel that you finally see so many different aspects of who you are, who you were, who you've become, and also you've been, whatever work you're doing, whatever you've been involved in, has also given you glimpses and access to who you are becoming. Your future self has spoken and you have been listening. All eyes are on you. And it's all the eyes that you want on you. I feel called right away to the mindful messages deck. We're going to pull a card as a prompt for us to see where spirit wants us to go in your reading for January beyond these messages. I'm just going to stay quiet for a second. Okay. I knew it. Okay. Guidance system. Okay, this is a perfect card and it has what looks like a compass. And it's funny because the arrow is actually pointing to happiness. Okay. It's funny, I thought it looked like a compass. It is a compass. It also looks like a clock. So there's a lot about your guidance system right now, and I'm going to read the card for us. I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away I am from what I want. When I am feeling joy and doing the things I love, I am in a state of allowing for my desires. So important. I notice when I'm feeling low vibrational thoughts and shift them to release resistance. These are the different parts of yourselves, Libra. All these different parts of yourself you're now aware of. You're aware of like when you have these lower vibrational thoughts, and you're in a position right now where these parts are watching you. You're also watching them. You have full view of all of these different parts of yourself. So when these low vibrational thoughts come up, you're no longer just identifying with them and making that part of your identity. You're detaching. Libra is detaching from what no longer serves, which is a very powerful thing for the world to see, for the community to see. It's bringing a lot of peace online. And I said peace. There is a piece of this that is filled with what you stand for, right? Harmony, peace, stability. And these things come for you when you are directed in the direction of following your dreams, following what you want. It's okay to have desires. This month, Libra is showing you that everything you thought was holding you back is something you have complete access to change around and shift. And I'm feeling the quietness in your field in particular, the field of like the space around you, like you've made room. You've made room in your life. You've made room and like things are breathing, like the air is flowing. Unfamiliar to you. This new thing you're feeling this month in January, it's unfamiliar because there's a lot more balance. And you've been so accustomed to putting all the pieces back together. Kuan Yin has a message for you. Using the Kuan Yin deck, and let's have Kuan Yin's energy come in. The threshold. I'm going to show you the back, actually, the image, and I'll read what that is. This is kind of how I feel your aura, like this picture in particular. As the threshold you stand, at the threshold you stand, before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. Exactly. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and that's what I just said, peace and unconditional love. You are coming home to love. Ooh, all right. Getting the goosebumps because this uncomfortableness in this quiet phase, internal quietness, okay? There can be a lot that's actually happening in your environment. There can be things that you are feeling like you have to attend to, but inside, you're simultaneously aware of the rite of passage to your empowerment. And part of that is your ability. So all the parts of you coming online is so that you get to walk through this initiation, having everything intact, letting there be chaos, letting yourself see what it feels like to have fear and still walk forward, to have some low vibrational feelings come up and you still walk forward, and you also can make choices. You're starting to see that you are empowered. You are empowered. Libra, this month of January is like setting it all in. It's almost like I'm seeing an image of a cake that is ready and it's taken out of the oven and it's brought out to the counter to like cool down. I feel like that's what's happening this month. It's like the cake's already baked, you know. You took the time, you brought all the ingredients together. You were present for this recipe. There's a slowing down, even in this reading, like that I'm embodying your energy. It's like you're stretching out time. You're no longer feeling this like it's an old survival pattern that's falling away. And it's like you no longer feel this like I have to have you. There's a real ability to breathe and stretch out time. And what your energy is saying this month in January is that it was important on a soul growth level for you, for your heart and soul to know that you can't be taken down. And so it's interesting because it's almost feels like your soul is the one that like your higher self is the one that brought forth all these challenges that you've experienced and all these very difficult emotions you've experienced to a head to show you that with all of that, and perhaps even more, perhaps things in your life, like circumstances that are, you know, reflecting the challenges outwardly, that despite all of that, Libra is still with us, and Libra is actually shining and thriving. And it's mind blowing. And people are like, if they haven't already, they're kind of like, how did she do that? How'd he do that? What happened to Libra? How did Libra make it through that? And how come they're like embodying such equanimity, such joy, presence, and you're choosing that intentionally. You're choosing that, you're choosing to ripple that out into your world. because that's just how you roll. You're a beautiful soul, Libra, and you know that you're not waiting anymore for everything to be perfect in order to have your life, living your life, basically living your life, Libra. That's where you're at. You're at living your life. There's a card from Carolyn Mace's archetype deck that wants to kind of end this reading, close this reading. Let's see, Spirit. What's the archetype that you want to show Libra that Libra could utilize to help them in this massive, massive up-leveling empowerment time? How odd. This card came out for Virgo as well as the addict card. Whoa. Okay. What you're kind of going through and what you've been going through has felt like an addiction because you've been trying to let go and release some of these patterns for like a long time. For some of you, it's been months, it's been years, it's been your whole life. You've been carrying this thing with you your whole life. And normally we think of addictions as, and they can be, right? Physical addictions, to substances and stuff like that can very well be. But we know also, and you know, that you've experienced patterns because even if there is a physical addiction to something, there's a pattern underneath of that. And this card is coming through to kind of validate the journey that you've been on and saying that, like, this was you trying to hold up this massive tidal wave that was coming your way. And you no longer have that. You no longer are trying to hold that up. This is the thing that is you need to see so that you can allow it to release, is that you're not clear. And this is maybe what can get things clear about that. Yes, you have done the work. Yes, the cake is ready. The image of the cake baked and being ready, and all the parts of yourself watching yourself. That is the culmination, the end. You have reached kind of like the end of the road with this particular season that you've endured. And certain patterns, even ones that have been there for a very, very long time, are slipping away. And it's a good thing. So I'll read: the light attribute of the addict helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. The shadow attribute compromises integrity and honesty and allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And I feel that that's what happened. These patterns had authority over your life. Like, you weren't able to live your life because of them. So let's get one more mindful message for Libra. Feel like you're wanting one more message. So let's do that. Okay, the message that's coming out is loving space. Aw, this is perfect. So perfect because Libra is all about relationships, all about harmony. And it's the truth of who you are, you know? It's the truth of who you are. It's like you're always like wanting to have things and other people to be in balance and for love to come through. I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey. This is the culmination, Libra, of you kind of like people pleasing or overly making sure other people in your life are okay, but you still will be that because that's just who you are. But this whole reading was really about you trusting in your own right now. You get to stand in a place where other types of energies may not always be yours, and you are now kind of like free to choose what you're taking in. And that's powerful because that's going to help and ripple out to other people in your life. So I hope, Libra, that you have the most amazing, amazing month. I thank you very much for being here.